I, like everyone has been saying, this is medicine. This is medicine to me. Just hearing all of your voices is a healing because it reminds me that we are not alone and that we have a voice, and together it is stronger. Thank you. Our next poet is Avacha. Let's see. Avacha, are you here?
Yes,
Avacha?
I am in living color.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
So
Uh,
is everybody else. I'm sorry. You're saying something?
I hear something in the background. Let me see if it helps if I, oh, no, I don't hear it anymore.
Well, it might be also the people in my backyard are acting a fool, so you might hear them. But
Okay.
because my window is open, because it is very hot up here on the third floor, I'm very honored to be here. So I'm supposed to say something about myself. I'm a writer. I'm a musician. I'm about 2 years older than Dirt. Um, this thing with all of these murders, for me, it's nothing new. There's never been 1 year of my 78 years on this planet that I have not had to be somewhere close by to the lynching of somebody black, brown, red, or yellow. And it's a horrible legacy. And hopefully folks will make a difference this time around. So I've got a couple of poems for you. Something about it. I'm a writing musician. I also taught in the penal system for 20 years. We had a theater group of black, brown, and yellow men. It's called Proyecto Teatral de la Cena Sobria. I miss them. They were very, very brilliant. But here I am now with you. And I want to say thank you to every single one of you. Just, oh my God, just reached into my heart and made me sing. So this is written for a young man that I got on the bus one day to get back to West Oakland, and he got on and he was up there, mean mugging like crazy and being very rude and pushing an old person out of the way so he could sit in the seat reserved for seniors. And it was blowing my mind. And I looked closely and I recognized he was a baby when I last saw him, a cute little black baby that I had helped his mother and father by babysitting. And it blew my mind. I wrote this thing, it's called I'm Waiting. I watch. Sadly, as beautiful little babies of color are forced to transform into merciless street monsters. Just to conform to perverse, unrealistic standards that can neither see nor appreciate their beauty, and won't even admit they exist till these pissed off kids get sick of being ignored and explode and burn down the tree that we're all sitting on. I watch. Sadly, painfully, my heart bleeding, a hemorrhage of imposed frustration, the water from these eyes, my only sacrament, and pray one day they'll feel my tears enough to taste the unnecessary devastation and realize I still see all those beautiful little babies, all those forgotten little babies, those sweet, cute, affectionate, tiny babies, hidden behind the cold boldness of their masks. My arms are open, waiting for our children to come home. Okay. And with that, let me get back to you guys here. Uh-oh. Okay. The next poem um, is one that I wrote. Martin Luther King said that in one of his speeches, he was talking about the people, all these people with their English only and anti-immigrant madness. They were talking about, America this, America that. And he was talking about all the stuff that we exist on and we don't even take. I mean, we can't even eat a meal. We're eating spices in those meals from India and Indonesia and whatever. Our soap comes from China. I mean, it's insane. So I'm a mangoholic. I love mangoes. Ever since I've been a baby, there's no mango that has ever been safe in anywhere near me. And so I wrote this one because I used to think that mangoes had to come from the Caribbean, you know, then found out they came from Malaysia. But mangoes now, they grow here like we do. So this is called Homegrown Komango, your homework assignment. If you don't know these names, Bookman, Harriet Tubman, Esteban Montejo, Granny Nanny, Aguebana, and Zumbi de Palmares. You need to know those names. They also homegrown Komango. I am the ghost. That dirty little secret, a big mouth, obstinate, undefeated secret, a bold and brazen secret that refuses to behave or disappear. I hide in the shadows of the worst of your nightmares and swim in the despicable depths of the unspeakable, the disgraceful, insatiable bloodlust. I come swaggering like the proud silence of all those hard heads that couldn't be unhinged, strong folks that wore the only arrogance they were allowed on road after road after road after road after road on a perverse circus only to be lynched. I am the corpse, an unstoppable spirit, and nothing and nobody can hold me down for too long. I keep on kicking the tops off coffins, forever climbing up out of playgrounds born of ignorance, covered by quicksand on top of colored-only graveyards. I am the ghost. The reincarnation of bodies beaten bloody, castrated, raped, and burned alive without ever giving an inch, our dismemberment. A weird form of entertainment and adrenaline rush for the soulless. I am the ghost. I am more terrifying than the boogie mamas. Let me start back. I am more terrifying than the boogeyman's wicked stepmama. I vomit blood-curdling screams for all those that couldn't, wouldn't, and didn't, just so they could watch their cowardly murderers squirm, watch their fear as our aunts and uncles danced. I say, yeah, we danced. And I'm not ashamed to admit we danced, blissfully danced all up in the face of an insanity born to self-destruct. I was made in America. Don't have to waste my precious time trying to get even. I have nothing more to give to this madness but my absence, and if I didn't learn anything else from my ancestors, they taught me. Our greatest revenge is the creative magnificence of our stamina. My revenge is knowing we came through it all and landed on our feet. Real revenge is knowing I'm just one of the many, one of the America's millions of 100% homegrown success stories. And from my seat, success is tasting mighty sweet.
And I want to say a thank you to Eric with Bird and Beckett, because they advertised us and they
Yeah, Bird Beckett, B&B.
yes, Bird and Beckett. They really support the people. They really
Shout out to my niece too. My niece in LA.
Oh
Shout
yeah.
out.
I saw so many people with their family members here. That is so sweet.
My sister Batya.
Florida in the house.
Oh, beautiful.
And my daughter was here, and my sister and my niece and my nephew. It was
Nice. That's wonderful to have that kind of support. Oh, and I have to say, I really am in great admiration, Peggy, when you read that piece, that you were there for that couple. That was so beautiful, because honestly, I don't see how you could have finished it without just bursting out in tears.
It sounded like she almost was.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Ziggy, I didn't know you had a sister named Batya. My oldest daughter's name was Batya as well, named after that very famous singer, Batya. Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
yeah.
Sophie.
Right, we
Well,
have to talk.
It's 4:30. I'm not going to tug my ear like Carol Burnett, but I love you all, and thank you so much for being here and just sharing your joy and your love.
Ancestral reflections, and because none of us would exist without these folks, and contrary to the Western view of this thing, you die and you disappear. If you listen to their scientists, matter is, you cannot destroy, it can only alter its form. So we're going to be here one way or another, and so are my ancestors always. So this is for them. Can you feel them? I ask you, can you feel them? Ancestral suggestion trying to guide us to everywhere, walking through us, beside us. They are the essence of us. Got the intensity of their legacy and everything all over our stuff. I say they're all over our stuff. They're in us, with us all the time. Our ancestors never sleep. They want us to know all they've ever known, been trying to show the way so we don't have to fall. They need us to feel them, won't let us go till we let them know we need them. There's too much work to be done. I say they've got their busy fingers in all our business, whether we want them there or not. They're always listening, watching, and looking, checking in on us, won't let us forget. Can you feel them? Got to make sure their existence made a difference. They're sitting in on our everything. The ancestors are always here. They're everywhere, 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 everywhere. Making sure we're making sure. Their influence is obvious every time we open our eyes. They need us to be aware. They gave their everything for us. They lived and died for us. They smile each and every time they see their lives alive in us. Feel them. They're here. I said, they're here crying for us, singing to us, laughing at us, and right now they're dancing with us as we carry the tradition of honoring their presence and proudly praise and celebrate the vision they continue to give us. We hungrily take on the manner and the mantle of the undying strength of their legacy and pray always to be worthy of the gifts they gave us and their artistry. Can you feel them? Insistent ancestral suggestion on top of us, encouraging us. They're everywhere. I say they're everywhere, agitating, trying through us to make a better way. Hard-headed, gregarious spirits got their fingers in our everything, relentless and instigating, and they won't go away. I say they will not go away. They're in it for the long haul. And the price of their ticket was paid for in commitment and blood. I said the price of their ticket was paid for in commitment and blood. Can you hear me? They're in us. They're always with us. Our ancestors are never asleep. And we got to make sure their existence made a difference. Thanks for listening to my words. Keep on doing what you're doing and giving me my dose of vitamin B flat today, poets. Oh, and Bill Crossman, get in touch with me. Call me later.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. Thank you, Avacha. Thank you. Our last poet is Catherine Takara. And after her, I'm going to open all the lines up. So if people want to say anything to the poets or just have a moment to speak, it's absolutely fine. And that will be after Catherine Takara reads. Let me see if I'm, Catherine? Trying to unmute her. Okay, let me try one more time. Okay, thank you. So Catherine, are you here?
I'm here.
Great, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Wonderful.
I'm not quite sure if I can put my poem on the screen. I'm not great at technology, but I will tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a Tuskegee girl, educated on the East and West Coast. I studied French and political science. I have always written, and my genres are more like, I have my Black poetry, and I have my love poetry, and I have my metaphysical poetry, and a host of other poetries. But I'd like to share with you today a longer poem that I wrote actually when, and I taught ethnic studies. I started Black studies in the ethnic studies department, or there was a program then at the University of Hawaii. And I taught here for about 30 years, but I got credit for about 20 of them. You know how that is. So I wrote this poem called Shame on You, America, and I could read you many others, but I thought that this was still so appropriate from the time of Rodney King. So I'm choosing to read that. So let me see if I can pull it up here. Okay, maybe you can't, can you see me now?
Oh yeah, well, we can see you. It's not even.
Okay. Okay, then I will get to the beginning of this and I will share it with you. And Hawaii is such a gentle place that sometimes our Black voices are misconstrued or unheard because we're so loud or whatever. But anyway, sometimes it's a, I don't know, a contradiction of the local life here, but I'm never ashamed. Shame on you, America. Your unacknowledged history, slavery, brutality, legitimized the violence overt and covert. Familicide, genocide, exploitation, deprivation, excesses of greed, and power needs. Shame on you, America. To deny, destroy the history of Africa, our ancestral land, her pyramids, her medicine and math, philosophy, technologies, and democratic governments too, her sacred soul, her science, art, aesthetics, just like you. Shame on you, America. Money, personal property, profit over equality, reluctant to share with your darker citizens a fair measure of your inhumanity. Shame on you, blame on you, pain for you, for us, America. The dispossessed have moaned and groaned, have cried and screamed behind closed doors, and occasionally in the streets for freedom and opportunity, a meaning to democracy. Shame on you, America. Your ignorance beyond belief. To blame the victim, claim surprise, neglect the huge moat in your eyes. Stunned by violence and destruction in your own streets after decades of neglected construction. Shame on you. Shame on you, America, to turn your back, ignore the lack of jobs and justice, health and food. You close the doors, ignore the mood. We rarely hear of Pedro Nino, a Negro crewman of Columbus who sailed to the New World in 1492. What about the Black slaves who came to the New World from 1501? We fought in all your wars to help the fight for freedom and dignity for self. We helped to open up the West. We gave this land our very best. Inventors, healers, miners, builders, scientists, scholars, soldiers, yes, generals too. We have been all with names and nameless too. If you deny our history, how do we grow, stand tall and true? We reclaim it. Shame on you. Shame on you, America. Your poison blows, your ubiquitous racism exposed. Disdain, mistrust for all those who do not look nor act just like you. Gun sales up, rifle association content, whites with guns, Black folks lose hope and die metaphorical, if not literal deaths on a daily basis, neglected, neglected, neglected. Shame on you, America. Young Black men act out, talk back, do rap, tote guns, quick fun, early death, sure jails. Statistics tell the tragic tales. Wait. Shame, blame, endgame. The media distorts for ratings and fees. Social scientists cover up well, blame the victim, blame the skin. Easy then to ignore our successes and contributions. Blame genetics, blame the race, do anything to save your face. Shame on you, America. Hollywood, La La Land, Southern California wants a tan without any contact. Their leisure plan, a place where rich and poor share space and smog, if not commodities and jobs. Shame on you, America. You wait until our cities burn. Environmental racism abounds, the streets a churn. You send your SWAT teams and police, National Guard, tear gas, riot squads, illusions of some relief. Shame on you, America. I'm skipping, it's very long. The police extolled by some patrol control while the affluent privatize, deregulate and thrive. Use recreational legal drugs to party while the poor use sex and illegitimate drugs to camouflage the pain, the fear, the sanctioned thugs to escape their tragic fall from grace, humanity, possibilities. Shame on you, America. The problems still remain: poverty, prisons, trumped up charges? Do you think we are evil, born that way? Did we not just want, expect success like shows that are shown on TV every day? Hélas, doom for you, America. Unless you heed the cries and moans, unless you begin to atone, unless you educate the world, rediscover your forgotten Black pearls, admit, confess your sins to all, ask for mercy, be the words. We are here, America, whether you like it or not. You brought us, wrought us. We have a slot for real citizenship, whatever you may choose to do. We are going nowhere unless we go together. We demand justice now. We deserve to share. Shame on you, America. Shame on you, America. Shame. Blame on you, America. Wake up. Wake up. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you reading anything else?
I could, but I didn't want to take up too much time.
Well, we have 10 minutes, and I wanted everyone to say hi to each other, but if you have a short poem, we'd love to hear that too. Whatever you would like to do.
Okay. I have one when I left Alabama that I wrote. It's not long, but I think it says something about me, perhaps.
Wonderful.
Well, that one was so long, I really didn't pull up the other one, but wait, I have it. I'll just have to read it from here.
It's fine.
It's called Magnolias and Memories. She walks out, leaving the smell of collard greens, pork chops simmering in bacon grease, onions, steaming rice, past the lanky dogs, hungry for hunting possum, the smell of gunfire. She walks out past the gate, across the golden field, deceptively dry, seductive to a summer wind, a spark, a fire caused by lethal Alabama lightning. She walks beyond the homestead, slips under the barbed wire fence, across the neighbor's cotton field, down the soft slope by the creek, mindful of bullwhip snakes, thorns, water moccasins, sunning in sinister silence. She passes surreptitiously on, beyond the giant magnolia trees, whose large viridian leaves absorb her misery, whose magnificent flowers soothe her wrinkled confusion. She is called Daisy, cinnamon brown homegirl in a gallery of southern scents, white magnolias, the stench of burning flesh after a lynching, tear green pine trees smell sharp as ginger. She moves cautiously, cradling searing memories, flash forest fires, golden fields, dusty brown roads, unpredictable black snakes, fearless and fast as lightning, Alabama sky, blue witness of countless unspoken, color-inspired terrors. She walks on to a destiny beyond Dixie, beyond the racial creed, beyond the greens, pork chops, possums, fireflies, jagged edges. But memories stick like thick molasses, memories of sweet magnolias and lurking fears.
Beautiful. Absolutely. What a way to end this. I'm going to unmute all, and just what I like everyone to do is just give everyone a hand. This has been amazing. Now I thought I unmuted everyone.
so honored. I am so privileged being way across the ocean to share this time and this space and these voices and this inspiration with all of you. And I just thank you from the bottom of my heart and the deepness of my soul.
Where are you?
I'm in Hawaii, in Ka'aava, in the countryside.
My name is Avacha, and I run the longest multilingual poetry series in the East Bay here in California. And if you don't know about it, I put in the chat the website. We always have 4 speeches, and we're usually at Cesar Chavez Library, but since the pandemic, we're now on Zoom. So you can go in there and check right before the my website, right before the like a day or two before the reading, because of the Zoom bombers. We change the codes very often. So, but please come. And we've had over 20 different languages, because right about now it's time we cut the bullshit and start listening to each other. Forgive my language. And you guys just made my heart sing. Every single one of you just blew me away. And Raymond, I knew you wanted to hear Poppy Was a Dancing Man, but I'm going to do it tomorrow at a poetry reading and it's on the web, so you can hear it then if you're listening. You better call me too. I wish you, Ziggy.
I love you, Avacha. One.
Once again, let me say thank you to my darling Kim Kim, and as Eugene said, to echo her, you are looking fabuloso there.
Oh, thanks. My nose is running. I'm like so emotional to sing everyone. It's just
this is such a treat to see all the folks. Carla's mommy. That's where Carla gets it from. And and new friends, my dear Raphael and Jesus and the Limstress, and oh man, this is fabulous. Kim and Bill Crossman's on the set, and Jose is new to me. Wonderful, and Yancey's lurking in the shadows, and the sister from LA, which is my home. So you did yourself well today, darling. You outdid yourself. Wow. And Eugene was a mentor of mine down in LA at the Malcolm X Center when I was a young poet in Los Angeles. There, he was there, Quincy Troop was there, et cetera, et cetera. So, hey, what can I say?
All good. Yeah, we go back with him way back. Yeah. Poetry events in New York to his daughter being in classes. Eugene. I think he published some of your work too. Some of our work.
Published a whole bunch of our work.
Bunch of folks, right.
We published a whole bunch of our folks. My regret is that he never brought me there to East St. Louis. The only time I was there, I was terrified. I was with some very strange musicians working in the shoot and cut part of East St. Louis, and I didn't know where Eugene was, so I didn't know how to find him, but he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, was there as well. Yep.
Anyone else is welcome to say something, including the people who didn't read. It
is story medicine.
Yeah.
That is for sure. This is story medicine.
Yes, Tarita. Beautiful.
Thank you, Kim. Thank
you.
I wish you had read one. I wish you had read two. I told you.
I'm just so tickled to listen to everyone else. It's just, it's an honor. And I honestly, like Avacha, my heart just opened up to hear everyone read, and to see all this much love is just a joy. This is one of the happiest moments I've had in quite a while. I'm just absolutely thrilled just being here and seeing you all. Just a joy.
We made it happen.
Right?
We made it happen. We
came along right after you, followed you.
Right?
When is this one?
Oh, the next one is July 12th.
That's right.
It's going to be the same time, 2 to 4:30. And I want to thank Carla and Wanda, because honestly, I am also challenged computer-wise, and so I appreciated their help a lot. Yeah. So the next one, and if there's extra time, the next one, we don't have extra time now, but the extra time, the next one, we'll have a open mic, a little bit of an open mic.